Arizona. Good morning, Senator. How are you?
Good morning, Hugh. I'm great. Unfortunately, I'm in D.C., but
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. The rain, then. You have to work. Senator, I wonder how many Arizona voters care about the list of Supreme Court justices that the president expanded yesterday. Does the issue of the Supreme Court matter to Arizona voters?
oh, absolutely, Hugh. I mean, when I'm out and about talking to my constituents and voters, this is a top of mind issue. They see how we are transforming the activist judiciary with now over 200 judges confirmed under President Trump. And there's a possibility for a handful of Supreme Court positions to open up in the next term. So this is a big deal. And it's not just for the president. People need to be reminded the president nominates, the Senate confirms. So a vote for my opponent, a vote for Chuck Schumer, and we need to make sure, obviously, that those nominations can get through. So this list is important, and Biden should put out his own list. And of course, he's not going to because he's hiding in a bunker. But doesn't
You
want people to know.
anticipated exactly where I was going. Mark Kelly, your opponent.
Yeah,
I want to talk about China and Kelly and guns and
yeah,
Kelly. But first, let's talk about the fact his first vote will be to put Chuck Schumer in charge, which means no more judges.
yes, that's the bottom line. So when we're out in Arizona talking to people, like my opponent's hiding just like Biden. He's got tens of millions of dollars that Schumer has poured into him because Schumer thinks his path to power is through Arizona. My opponent's his number one recruit. His first vote is for Schumer. His second vote will probably be to abolish the filibuster and ram through the most radical agenda in our lifetime. And I'm what's standing on the wall to make sure that doesn't happen. So my opponent's a Trojan horse. Vote for him is a vote for Schumer, which is a vote for the radical left. That's the bottom line. People need to understand the implications of their vote, not just for them, but for the country.
Do Arizonans know that the Schumer agenda includes two senators for D.C., changing the Electoral College and expanding the Supreme Court? I mean, do they really get how radical the Democrats have become?
Well, we're talking about that when we're barnstorming the state so that they understand that's exactly what you said. We'll never get the Senate majority back, with those two more senators from D.C. Arizona's vote doesn't matter for president anymore. Then there's on top of what you just said, it's the green bad deal, it's open borders, it's raising your taxes. They're going to be behind the single biggest tax increase in American history. And their socialist agenda is out of step with Arizona. You know that, Hugh. I mean,
Yeah.
you're very familiar with Arizona. We are
Now,
right of center still. And that's why my opponent's hiding. I challenged him to 7 debates. And the big chicken is scared of a girl. Like he's not willing to come out and talk about these important issues.
well, you're not exactly a girl. You're America's first combat pilot who's a female, so you're not exactly a girl. I can understand why you would want to duck. But I want to know if the China issue resonates. Now, Joe Biden is out there
Yeah.
claiming President Trump got everybody killed. I played Robert O'Brien on this show in January saying it's a deadly
Yeah.
virus, it's dangerous. But the China connection, we ought to be blaming China, Republican and Democrats, and your opponent's got some China ties. Are those in the news and do people care?
Well, of course, the media sucks, but we're putting them in our messaging. Look, people do care. People are pissed at China. They are now waking up to China as our adversary who not only unleashed this virus through their cover up on America, killing American lives and the economic impact, but they're also our adversary who's been stealing our technology, stealing our jobs. And while I'm standing up to China, they're actually like I'm on the list of senators that they're threatening personally. So I'm
Yes.
standing up to China. And my opponent's doing business with them. He's got multiple business ventures with Chinese companies close to the Chinese government. Went over there to recruit them, was, over in China peddling a pyramid scheme on a motorcycle with a Chinese flag. Like, give me a break. So, he's entangled with them financially, like a lot of the elite in America. I'm standing up to them. This is the biggest geopolitical threat of our generation, and this is critical in this election.
And so the average voter, though, do they get that your opponent has got ties to the CCP through every company in China because every company in China is tied to the CCP?
Yeah, we're trying to make sure they know that. We've had to do that through our own messages because the media is not getting that message out. But thank you for doing that for your Arizona listeners. This is a big deal. It's a significant issue for this election and an important part of your choice. Who do you trust to stand up to China? Not somebody who's doing business with them.
Okay. Last question, Senator. Have you got any debates scheduled? And if so, are you going to have fair moderators? Because if I was moderating that debate, I would ask your opponent, talk to us about your deals in China. That would be my first question.
Hugh, do you want to moderate a debate?
I'd love to.
Look, he's hiding. We're trying to debate him. I'm in session, 5 weeks in September. He's refusing to debate in September. He's saying he'll debate as early voting starts. It's total nonsense. Arizonans deserve to know where he stands on positions. My votes are available to them. My positions are available. I'm accessible. He doesn't want to explain that he's a Trojan horse for the radical left. And that's ridiculous. And so he needs to come out of his bunker. I'd love it. You want to do a debate, and if he doesn't show up, just you and me talk? How's that?
Yes, that's fine, because I would also ask about guns. The one time Mark Kelly was on this show, he came on to advocate for taking guns away. That's what he did one time.
Well, he's been in charge of an organization that's put over $50 million into extreme candidates on gun control, like, Tlaib and Beto O'Rourke, you name it. So your Second Amendment rights are also at stake. I'm your Second Amendment senator.
Senator Martha McSally.